Now, I know a few of yous wondered why I didn't rip apart the BBC for their recent comments about the England women's football team and its lack of diversity that they ate so much.
Was an historic 8-goal victory for England last night as the Lionesses secured their place in the quarter-finals. But all starting 11 players and the 5 substitutes that came onto the pitch were all white. And that does point towards a lack of diversity in the women's game in England. And it's something that Alex Scott has been investigating.
For me to see you speaking out about this current England team, saying how as a young black woman this team does not speak to you or inspire you, is so alarming to me.
Until quite recently, because the women's game didn't have a lot of money, it tended to run the academies or the sort of centres of excellence they used to be called at the men's training ground, potentially somewhere quite sort of leafy and rural, and therefore not everybody had access to be able to come into that. And I think that's led to sort of a situation now where the pipeline isn't maybe as diverse as it should be.
Yes, that sort of BBC tripe there is always video worthy, but I didn't rush to make a video on it because I knew within just days their hypocrisy would be exposed for all to see, and guess what, I was bloody right. I mean, with the World Athletics Championships going on as we speak, it was always a matter of time before they exposed their hypocrisy and obviously pure white guilt. Now, the fact that the England women's team is white really shouldn't be that surprising because the country is still majority white, even if politicians are actually doing their best to change that as we speak. Now, clearly, the country being majority white really pisses off the BBC, as it does the dopey trout who spouted that crap, but it is funny how it's not the same when all team members are black. I mean, you wouldn't see the BBC moaning about any African nation winning anything, would you? And it also seems you wouldn't see them moaning when all black teams take a clean sweep of medals in the athletics either. Yep, as I said, the World Athletics Championships are being shown live on the BBC with the 4x100 men's relay won by Canada, with America finishing second and Great Britain in third. Now, the fact all 3 of these teams featured all black players didn't seem to be a problem for the BBC like it was when an all-white team won a match of football, as you can see here.
It was brilliant, but we had a wonderful bronze medal for the British team last night. Matthew Hudson-Smith finally almost coming of age, Colin, and picking up that bronze medal in the 400 metres.
Yeah, the potential that we were all pointing at and was excited about really came through, didn't it, to take that bronze medal. Get rid of the clock. You know, I was saying to people, forget the clock, just look at the race in whole and the people that he was taking on. There was Olympic champions, there was world champions, there was all sorts of champions in there, and he managed to do it. And so for me, that was a great performance, and it's just moving him on to greatness, I feel.
Fantastic stuff. We hope to hear from him later. He might come and join us live from Hayward Field.
Yep, absolutely no problem there, with these 3 teams being made up of all black men, despite them not long ago having a complete bitch fit over an all-white team winning a match of football. This is partly why most of the people in this country bloody hate the BBC, and I guess it should also be pointed out that all 3 of the hosts for this show itself is extremely diverse, as I'm sure you all spotted. Now, being a public state broadcaster, you would think that the BBC should get in deep shit for doing this, but even if people complain about it, which I bet they will, I can guarantee now the BBC will keep on doing it. In fact, I bet they'll just ramp it up until the people defund it themselves, because our politicians won't bloody do it, will they? The last 3 years have literally shown that beyond any doubt.